Jackknife is saying, if an ex-Muslim doesn't cause any quote-unquote corruption in the land in an Islamic country, are they safe or do they still have to get executed? So Jack is referencing, I think it's Surah 5, verse 33 in the Quran, where it says that, and anybody who causes corruption in the land, basically says they should be crucified. Or I think it was 534, but it's one of those. So the corruption in the land, so Jack, what happens is corruption in the land, basically, you're saying doesn't cause any corruption in the land. That would mean that the ex-Muslim doesn't even say that they're ex-Muslim. The moment that the ex-Muslim comes out and says, hey, Islam, I was raised in it, I don't really care for it much anymore. It just says that much. That is corruption in the land. So the threshold for what corruption in the land means is very, very low. So no, they're not really safe. If you know that they're ex-Muslim, if they've made it apparent in any way, they're not safe.
Okay, so this is two different things. You're talking about the Quranic verse, and based on this Quranic verse, the interpretation is that if you just are an ex-Muslim or not converting other people to out of Islam or deconverting people out of Islam, then you're not spreading corruption, so you should be safe. But if you go and tell people that Islam bad, like what me and Elia are doing, then you are spreading corruption and you should be crucified. Okay, but that's only if you focus on the Quran, because if you then go to Bukhari Hadith, then even if we're not spreading corruption, by corruption I mean telling people, for example, that hey, maybe consider leaving Islam. Okay, that's corruption. But even if you're just an ex-Muslim that are just keeping it to yourself, according to authentic Islamic hadith, even then you should be beheaded. Okay, so you're focusing on the Quran, but hadith itself makes it very clear that even if you keep it to yourself, you are supposed to be.
Even in the Quran, though, I mean, the moment, like, there are people who've argued that once you come out and say that you're ex-Muslim, even if you don't tell everybody to become one, once you come out and say it just by example, you're giving the example that this is something you can do, and that itself could be seen as corruption in the land as well. So it depends on the threshold. It depends on the threshold.
Not spreading corruption would mean you just became an ex-Muslim and you're keeping it a secret. That means you're not spreading corruption. But again, that's only if you focus on the Quran. If you add the hadith, if somebody finds out, even if you're not spreading it, according to hadith, you should still be killed. Again, YouTube, that's not what we're saying. We're just describing what scripture says. We are anti-violence. This does not describe my view or Ali's view. We are just describing Islamic hadith, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.